A huge number of valuable treasures have disappeared from historical records due to theft, war, and conspiracies. Here we shall see some lost treasures that have never been found. A few of them are most likely destroyed, but others may exist and one day will be recovered. Number 1. Menorah from the Second Temple. It was roughly between 66 AD and 74 AD. The Jewish rebels fought against Roman army to free their land from the invasion of Roman Empire. These rebels suffered a critical blow at the hand of Roman forces when they captured Jerusalem, led by Titus, the general, who later became Roman emperor. At that time, the Second Temple was the most sacred religious site for Jewish people that was destroyed, and the Roman army took the treasure back to ancient Rome. This treasure included the temple's menorah, a stand with six branches. There is an Ark of Titus that is located quite close to Colosseum in Rome. It includes a scene where a menorah is being depicted as massive as an object that is almost equal to the size of soldiers. Now, what happened to menorah is quite unclear. Number 2. First century Gospel. All the copies of the oldest canonical Christian Gospel, called Mark, Luke, Matthew, and John, date back to 2nd century AD. But many scholars claim that some of these Gospels were written in first half of the 1st century AD. It was 2015 when the scholars reported to have found the fragments of Gospel of Mark within the remains of the mask of a mummy, which they think to have been connected to the 1st century AD. However, when the discovered text was published in 2018 edition of the journal The Oxyrhynchus Papyri, afterwards it turned out to be written in 2nd or 3rd century AD. Number 3. Treasure of Nimrud. The ancient city of Nimrud is now located in modern Iraq. That was the capital of Assyrian Empire from 1833 to 1859 BC. The king Ashurnanisbar II built a palace there during the same period, but recently this area of Nimrud was in the control of Islamic State groups called ISIS, ISIL, or Daesh. In 2014, during the military offensives, they controlled the area. This area was recaptured by government in 2016, but ISIS had blown some parts of the city and bulldozed and dug up some parts. Looting also took place after the ancient city was retaken due to the little security provided by the government. Many treasures were looted, some were destroyed, some can be reconstructed, and valuable artifacts can be collected from black markets. Number 4. Stolen Aztec Treasure. The Aztec Empire in Mexico thrived in early 16th century, but the ruler of the empire, called Montezuma, met his downfall when Hernan Cortes and his fellow Spanish soldiers arrived there in 1519. They made the king their puppet. Later on, the king died in unclear circumstances in 1520. In the face of Aztec rebellion, Cortes tried to escape from the capital along with the Aztec treasure on June 30, 1520, in the darkness of the night. But one of their vessels sank into a canal, losing some of the gold, but death of the many soldiers that night was called Night of Sadness to the Spanish people. The Spanish returned a few months later, but they could retrieve only a small amount of gold. Recently, a construction worker found an old gold bar in Mexico City. This city stands right where was situated the Aztec capital, and its surrounding water was found. But that gold is missing. Number 5. Ark of the Covenant. According to the Hebrew Bible, there was a chest that had tablets of Moses This chest was kept in a temple called the First Temple, made by King Solomon, who was the messenger of God according to Jews and the Muslims. This was the most sacred place and most valuable site for Jews, but this temple was destroyed by a Babylonian king called Nebuchadnezzar in 581 BC. He destroyed it and took the ark along with him. Now it is unclear what happened to it and where it is. Its location has been a source of speculation ever since. What do you think about these valuable missing treasures? Tell us in the comments below.